Okay, in this video, we're going to show you how to make the CD power tower. Okay, like all videos, you're going to first identify how many parts you will need, then pause the video, get your parts out, start the video, and begin building. Okay, so what we're going to do is have you take out a piece of paper and pencil and get ready to record what parts you will need to build the CD power tower. Okay, here's what we need to do. We are going to start with gathering the parts we need, or making a list for our parts. The first part that you will list will be your blue connectors. You will need 4 blue connectors. So you need 4 blue connectors. The next part you will need will be the purple connectors. Purple connectors. You will need a total of 12 purple connectors. You will need 12 purple connectors. So you will need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 purple connectors. Then you will need white connectors. You will need 3 white connectors. 3 white connectors. 1, 2, 3. Next you will need 2 red connectors. 2 red connectors. 2 red connectors. Then you need gray connectors. Gray connectors. And you will need 4 gray connectors. 4 gray connectors. And the last connector type item is 1 tan lock. 1 tan lock. Okay, so you need 4 blue connectors, 12 purple connectors, 3 white connectors, 2 red connectors, and 4 dark gray connectors, plus a tan lock. Check to make sure you have got those recorded accurately. Now it's time for rods. First you will start with your gray rods. You will need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gray rods. 5 gray rods. Then you will go to your yellow rods. You will need 8 yellow rods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 yellow rods. 8 yellow rods. And the final item will be blue rods. And you will need a total of 12 blue rods. You will need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 blue rods. 12 blue rods. So in review for the rods, you will need 5 gray rods, 8 yellow rods, and 12 blue rods. Check your notes and check the parts you need. 4 blue connectors, 12 purple connectors, 3 white connectors, 2 red connectors, 4 dark gray connectors, 1 tan lock, 5 gray rods, 8 yellow rods, and 12 blue rods. Pause the video and gather your parts. When you're ready to begin building the CD power tower, start the video again. Okay, here we go. The first thing that you want to do to begin building your CD power tower is to take 2 purple connectors and put them together like so. Okay? Make sure that when you slide them together, you hear the snap and the click. Okay? Once you have that ready to go, then you'll take a yellow rod. Snap your yellow rod into the 2 purple connectors like so. Okay? Like so. Alright. Next, you're going to take 2 more purple connectors. Snap them together to make a 90. Like so. Then pick up your previous parts and snap them together like that. Okay? So this is what you have. Then place it down like so, and I like to put it over there like that. Then you're going to take a yellow rod, snap it into the purple connector. Take a yellow rod and snap it into the other purple connector. Take 2 purple connectors, slide them together, and snap them. Make sure they snap. Then, looking at the direction and the orientation of how you put these connectors on, place this connector on the yellow rod like so. Okay? Alright. Next, you're going to take 2 more purple connectors, snap them together. They will go on the end of that yellow rod. Alright. At this point, you probably realize you're going to close off the square with a yellow rod. So you take it, and if you have to, it's easy to snap underneath or from the side, and there you go. Okay. Now you're going to build the uprights of your tower. Those will be gray rods. So your first gray rod will snap in to this purple connector. Then you take another gray rod and snap it in to that set of purple connectors. Then a third gray rod snapped in like so. And a final gray rod snapped in like so. So now you have the uprights for your tower. Okay? We need to build something that's going to go in the center of our tower now. So we put this aside for now, and we get a white connector. You will need a white connector and a blue rod. Snap the blue rod into the white connector like so. Then get a second blue rod and snap it in like so. Then you'll take a third blue rod and it will create 90-degree angles off the other rods, or be perpendicular to this line of blue rods there. Then opposite of that, you're going to create an intersection of blue rod line segments, and there you go. Okay? So you need to build this. Not done yet, because we're going to put gray, dark gray connectors on the ends of each blue rod. So you take a dark gray connector and you snap it on like so. Take another dark gray connector, snap it on like so. Then take another dark gray connector, snap it on like so. And then take a fourth dark gray connector and snap it on like so. So you need to make this item using your white connector, blue rods, and dark gray connectors. Now this is going to slide down on the legs of your tower. So you put slide each gray rod into each dark gray connector. And when you put it on, it will slide right on down like so, all the way to the bottom. Okay? So this is what you have. Okay, the next thing we want to do is close off the top section of our tower. Okay? So in order to do that, you're going to need a purple connector and a blue connector. Snap the purple connector into the blue connector. Listen for the snap. Then take this and place it on one of the gray rods like so. Alright, notice how I have the blue connector open and the purple connector goes out to the edge. That's just kind of a convenience thing. Take a second blue connector and purple connector, snap them together. Listen for the snap. If you look on the back, you'll see that I have my blue connector opening here. I want to rotate it so it's facing the other opening. Snap it on. Okay? And there you go. Now we're going to connect these with a yellow rod. And you can see that it's just easier to snap in if you don't have the purple connector here. Then you're going to take another blue connector and purple connector, slide them together, snap. Notice how I'm going to orient the opening of the blue and bring it over here and snap it on like so. Okay? Opening of the blue. Then we take another purple and blue connector, blue and purple, snap them together. Again, the opening of the blue is right here, so I'm going to snap it on like so. Then we take yellow rod and we connect those two. And at this point you probably realize we're going to make another square, so we will need our two remaining yellow rods and snap them in place. And snap the other one over there. So now we have a square top and a square base with this adjustable part in the middle of our tower. Now we're going to make another one of these without the dark gray connectors. So what we want to do is slide that off to the side and get a white connector. And we will need a blue rod and snap it in like so. Then we will need another blue rod and snap it in like so. Okay? Then we need to take a third blue rod and snap it in and create a perpendicular set of blue rods, and then finish it off with a fourth to get our intersection. Okay? Now this will then snap in to the top of our tower, forming diagonals from vertex to vertex, vertex to vertex. This would be a diagonal, set of diagonals. Alright? So now we have our tower ready to go. Alright? Now what we want to do is we want to do something very tricky, and we want to take our gray rod and this tricky little tan lock, and we want to snap this tan lock onto our gray rod. So do that very carefully and put it towards the top of your gray rod. This gray rod will slide down through that white connector. So then take that and slide it all the way down. And it will stop and hang there because of this tan lock right there. Okay? Now this can turn. Okay? Now, what we want to do is make another set of intersecting blue lines. So put that aside and pick up a white connector. Take a blue rod, snap it in there. Take a second blue rod, snap it on in there. Take a third blue rod, snap it on in there. Take a fourth blue rod, snap it on in there. Now this intersection is going to go down on top of your gray rod. It's going to go all the way down so that the tan lock seats into the white connector. So slide it all the way down. You might have to move it a little bit, and then plop, pops right in there, so that little lock peg is right there, and now you can turn the gray rod and you'll get turning of the blue rods. Okay? So you need a neat little assembly. Then you're going to, you got to put something on top here so this doesn't pop off. So you're going to take this red connector and snap it on to the gray rod like so. Then gently, with your hand supporting it underneath, gently push this down tight. So it's nice and tight. And there you can see where you spin this, you spin the whole assembly up above. Now our last part is this red connector. And we're gonna, this gets a little tricky, but what you're going to do is you're going to bring this up so that your gray rod goes through it. Okay? It might even just stay up there. Then you connect this red connector like so. That way you can slide this back down and your gray rod is secure inside your tower. Okay? So there you go. There's the CD Power Tower. Alrighty? When you're all done, your teacher will show you how you're going to use this tower.